Okay, so for today's topic is about the relation among the chords, arcs, central angles, and the inscribed angle. So first one, we need to learn about the parts of the circle. There are three kinds of segments related to circles. The first one is the radius. A radius is a segment whose endpoints are the center of the circle and the point on the circle. So as you can see, from the point on the center point through the point on the circle, that is what we call the radius. The next one is a chord. A chord is a segment whose endpoints are on the circle. Okay, so any lines on the circle connecting from the circle or the on the circle through the other points in the circle connecting, then we can call that one as a chord. Okay? So, masabi natin kahit saan dyan as long as they don't pass through the center, because if they pass through the center, that is a diameter, because a diameter is a chord that contains the center. So, siya lang po yung special and the longest chord on a circle. Okay? So, ito po yung radius, sample of radius, and this one is our diameter. Okay? And also, remember, the diameter is twice or double the radius. Okay? Next. So let's have the segments of a circle. The first one is a radius. So as you can see, we have a radius here. Sorry. Ayan. So let me put a laser first. Ayan. So a radius. Okay. From the radius or segment KA. Remember, when we are naming a line segment, we need to start with the center point if this is available. Okay, so KA is kind of radius from the center point to the point on the circle. Okay, the next one is a chord. Okay, this is an example of line segment JR. Okay, so any line here, as long as hindi siya magpa-pass through dun sa ating center point, that is a chord. Also, we can call that the diameter is also a chord, but the difference ang diameter is containing a center. Okay? So, ito naman po ang sample ng diameter. Okay? So, as you can see, kapag gagawa tayo ng symbol or naming a line segment, we can put capital letter with a line above the letters. Okay? So, para ma-short yung ating pag-name ng ating mga line segment. Okay? Next, theorem 11 to 1. So all radii of a circle are congruent. When you say radii, that's the plural form of radius. Okay, so we have PR, line segment PR is congruent to line segment PG, to PS, and PT. So as you can see, they are all equal because circle is a equidistant. So they are equal from the center point. Okay, so hindi pwede magkaiba yung kanilang mga radius. Next, the measure of diameter d of a circle is twice the measure of a radius, like what I've said lately. So, the diameter is equal to twice or double the radius. Or, vice versa, one half of diameter is equal to radius. So, yung kalahati ng diameter, that is a radius. Next, question, is this circle are congruent? The answer is if and only if, because this is what we call the concentric circle. Okay, so what are the uh, reason why this is not congruent or possible this is also congruent? Okay, the first one is they lie in the same plane. Okay, so pareho sila ng plane. Okay, and then the next one, they have the same center point. Okay, so pareho sila ng pinanggagalingan, but the difference here is they have different length of the radius. Okay? So, maikli yung unang circle while the other one is longer than the two other radius. Okay? So, but technically, kapag nilagyan natin to ng degrees from the central angle, they are also equal to the arc of your circle. Next, arcs and central angles. Okay, so nandito na tayo sa mga degrees or the angles or also the arcs of the circle. Okay, central angles is formed when two sides of an angle meet at the center of a circle. So as you can see dito, so from RT, line RT and RS, Okay, they intersect to the center point. That is what we call the central angle, and this will become we called as the arc of the circle. Okay, any degrees of this circle angle rather is equal to the arc of your circle. But there are three kinds of arc. The first one is the minor arc. Is the part of the circle in the interior of the central angle with a measure less than 180. If you the measure of your angle or arc rather is less than 180, that is a minor arc. But if it's greater than 180, that is major arc. Okay? Pag lumampas na sa 180, that's major. And lastly, the semicircles. Semicircles are congruent arcs whose endpoints lie on the diameter of the circle. So as you can see, they are equally divided. Okay? So naghahati sa kanila is yung diameter. Okay? So semicircle is equal to 180 degrees. Exactly. Okay? Pag bumaba sa 180, then that's minor arc, and if greater than 180, that is a major arc. The next one. Okay, so as you can see, this is the visually presentation, okay, of the main minor, major, and the semicircle. Okay, when we name or measure the arc of a circle, we can put the letters, and above the letters meron tayong mini arc, yung may arc dyan sa taas. Okay, so the measure of PG is less than 180. So as you can see, it forms less than 180, maybe less than 90 to kasi hindi siya nag-form na 90 degrees. Okay, on the other side, we have the major arc. Remember, the major arc, we can put three letters. Okay, three letters, P, R, G. Okay, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin din na PG because magkakaroon tayo ng confusion dun sa minor arc pwedeng dito. Okay? But technically, we need to use three letters sa major and the semicircle. Okay? So, three letters ang ginagamit to avoid yung confusion and also yung kanyang susundang linya. Okay? So, sa major arc, three letters. That is greater than 180. And the semicircle also, three letters ang ginagamit. Next, okay, so the same definition po yan. So example of here in the arcs, we have the adjacent arc which is the MPA and then APT. So as you can see, there are two angles. Okay, may central angles tayo tapos may given arc. So as we all know, yung central angle is equal to the arcs of the circle. Kung ang arcs natin is 80, therefore ang central angle natin din is 80. So, to find THM, okay, simply just add the 2 degrees, okay, and then ima-minus natin siya sa total degrees of a circle which is 360. Therefore, 360 minus the measure of MPA and APT. Okay, so if angle MPA is 46 and then 80 for APT, that is equal to 126. Subtract natin sa 360, that is equal to 234 degrees. Okay, so don't forget the measures, units of the degree of the angles. Okay, so this is an example of adjacent arc. Adjacent arcs have exactly one point on a common. So meron sila ditong pagkakapareho. Isa lang po yung pinanggalingan nilang isang line. Okay, which is the AP. Okay, next. Okay, so like what I've said, lately again, we have 60 degrees here. The BC is congruent to AB. Okay, because this is a concentric circle. They are equal in the center point. Therefore, the central angle is congruent to the arc of your circle. Next. Okay, the other theorem of the arcs and central angles, as you can see, may dalawang line na pass through sa ating circle, 60 degrees, and then the other one is 60 degrees. Are they equal? The answer is yes. As long as we have the symbol of congruency, they are congruent. Therefore, the other side is also congruent. If this is 60-60, this is 120. The remaining are 120 and 120. That's the total of 360 degrees. Next, the question. Here, is the chord are equal? Yes or no? The answer is if and only if. Okay? Why? If the measure of the arc is equal to the other arcs, which is the arc BC, therefore, the two lines are also equal. Kapag hindi naman sila equal yung arcs, therefore, we can conclude that the line AD are also congruent to BC. Sabi nga dito, arc AD is congruent to BC if and only if the line AD is congruent to BC. Okay? So, ganun po yun. So, we cannot consider they are equal as long as we don't have an evidence or proof that they are equal. Next, the vertices of isosceles triangle. Sorry for the word. Okay, so in a circle, we can include the triangle, isosceles triangle, and we all know that the isosceles triangle, both sides or two legs are equal. If the two legs are equal, therefore, the two arcs of your circle are also equal. Okay? So, pareho po yung kanilang arcs. Yun po yung kanina sinasabi ko na yung dalawang line magiging congruent kung ang arcs ay congruent. Okay? And this is the center point, sample of uncentral angle. Okay? The next one is the inscribed angle. An inscribed angle, an angle whose vertex is on the circle and whose sides are chords of your circle. So as you can see, the difference between the central angle and the inscribed angle. So ang central angle nasa gitna po. Remember the word central, center. And the inscribed, the vertex is on the circle. So nandun po siya sa circle. Okay? And the difference here, if the inscribed angle is 60 degrees, therefore your arc will be doubled. Magdodoble yung intercept arc niya. Okay? The intercepted arc will be doubled as long as the inscribed angle is 60 or maybe any degrees of the inscribed angle as long as this is an inscribed angle. Determine whether each angle is an inscribed angle. Name the intercepted arc of the angle. So the answer for this is yes. And the arc is CL. Okay? So why? Because the two lines are here on the circle. Okay? The other one is not a inscribed angle because the other line is not connected, okay, to our circle or not inside the circle. Next, to find the measure of the inscribed angle, okay, remember again, inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 of the intercept arc. Okay? So, pag kukunin mo si inscribed angle, hatiin mo lang si intercepted arc. Pag given naman si tawag dito, si inscribed angle, times 2 mo naman to get the intercepted arc. Okay? So, yun lamang. And another part of the circle is the special lines of the circle. The first one is the secant. Okay, the secant is a line in any, a secant line is an any line that contains the chord of a circle. So, the example of a secant is BD, line BD. Okay, ito po yung BD. Okay, as you can see, nag-pass through siya dun sa circle as long as na nag-intersect siya dun sa circle na 2 points. Here, B and D connected and pass through. O, ibig sabihin dumiretso pa siya doon, then that is a secant. Okay? Containing a chord and BD is a chord. Sir, diameter po yan. Yes, because diameter is also a chord. Next, we have a tangent line. Tangent line is a line that intersects at exactly one point on the circle. A tangent line is always perpendicular to the radius of a circle to the point of tangency. Saan po yung tangent dyan? Ito po yung tangent. So, as you can see, nag-intersect lang siya only one point on your circle and it forms perpendicular to your circle. Okay? So, ito po yan. Nag-intersect siya doon. So, this point is what we call the point of tangency. The point of tangency is the point at which line intersect a circle in the figure. Point C is the point of tangency. Ito po yun. Okay? Next, common tangent. So, we have sample of tangent, a separate circles. So, we can create more than 4 tangent. the externally tangent circle here. So as you can see, the two circles besides or together. The next one is overlapping circle. And lastly, the concentric circle. Okay, so as you can see, we have a different kind of tangent that intersect. Here in the concentric, we cannot intersect tangent because the circle is inside the circle. Okay? Yan. So that's all, and I hope you learn from this topic. You can review or repeat the video so that you can follow the topic. Okay? So that's all.